So, yesterday on the bonus show, Lewis told us about the killing by an American dentist, the alleged killing by an American dentist of Cecil the lion, a very well known and loved lion, a 13-year-old lion shot in Zimbabwe. Absolutely horrible. But while corporate media was consumed with those stories, there was an even worse incident of poaching that was carried out much more quietly in Kenya, where poachers killed five elephants in Tsavo West National Park. The carcasses were recovered by rangers Tuesday morning. It appeared to be an adult female and her four offspring. They were missing their tusks. Of course, Lewis, elephant poaching, most common for the removal of the tusks used to make ivory knickknacks and jewelry and sculptures and whatever. So a lot of attention on the killing of Cecil the lion, but the death of the five elephants has received very little coverage. Elephants are under a far greater threat from poachers than lions, and of course their tusks can be sold in Asia for more than $1,000 per pound. And what's even more, not that we need anything to make this elephant poaching more disturbing, but a lot of the uses of those tusks are for completely unproven, non-evidence-based medicinal purposes that have apparently no real health impact.
Yeah. In China, especially, everything has some medicinal use, no matter what it is, no matter how absurd it sounds. They think that everything is magical and has some medicinal use, and that's really where the market for this stuff is. And it's sad. There's just not a ton of money that can be dedicated to protecting these animals. So what do you do? I mean, our backs are against the wall here.
And Lewis is right that the biggest market for elephant tusks, elephant ivory is China, but the second biggest market is the United States. And you actually can get involved here. You can donate to the International Anti-Poaching Foundation, which fights poaching. And you can also get in touch with your congressmen and elected officials to demand the banning of sales of ivory stuff in your state. Because if you make it illegal to sell ivory, the demand for elephant tusks is going to decrease significantly. And I was recently reading that there's this pink dye that is being applied to elephants' tusks to make the tusks worthless to poachers to save elephants. And I think it's great. But if this happens too much, aren't the poachers just going to kill the elephants out of spite, even if the ivory is useless?
Or they could potentially find some way to deal with it. I mean, if it's being used for medicinal purposes in China, well, then once you get to the inside, it's still the same material. So I think ultimately it probably will not stop all the poaching.
We absolutely should ban the sale of ivory in all 50 U.S. states. That would go a long way, with the U.S. being the second biggest market for ivory. That would be a really big thing.